Hello everyone, welcome to Just Giji. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to grow and care for holiday cactus. There are three types of holiday cactus: Christmas, Thanksgiving, and Easter. Each type of cactus blooms around the holiday it's named after. Did you know that these cactus is native to rainforest of southeastern Brazil, where it thrives in the branches of trees, similar to orchids? As you see, I have a passion to grow these cactus because they are very easy to grow and maintain. They don't need much attention. Though cactus are often associated with dry, desert-like conditions, and these cactus originated in the tropical rainforest of southeastern Brazil and prefers more humid environments to other cactus. With the correct conditions and care, you can keep this houseplant alive and blooming for years to come. You can identify which holiday cactus you have by looking at the shape of its leaves, the color of its flowers, and when it blooms. Known for their leaf-like pads, the real trick to telling the difference between each species is to look at the shape of the stem segments and take note of what season they are blooming in. They produce red, pink, white, or purple flowers that bloom at the end of these branches. Each flower, which is typically about 3 inches long, lasts for several days, though the entire flowering period typically spans about 2 weeks. Let us look at the difference among these cactus by looking at their stem segments to identify each holiday cactus. Christmas cactus have hanging branches composed of flat green leaves and rounded teeth, less spiky pads with rounder edges, and its pollen is pink or purplish brown. Christmas cactus flowers tend to be more symmetrical and face upwards, more tubular and vertically oriented. The Thanksgiving cactus has the pointiest spikes on each segment, spikiest stem segments of the three varieties. Thanksgiving cactus flowers are asymmetrical and hang downwards from the stems, and its pollen is yellow. The Easter cactus, also known as the rose Easter cactus, has subtle, rounder edges on its stem segments and flower in the late winter to early spring. And its star-shaped blooms of various potential colors that tend to bloom in the spring near the Easter holiday. The holiday cactus has very specific lighting needs when it comes to blooming. For best results, place the plant near a window where it receives bright, indirect sunlight. East, west, or south-facing windows are ideal for these plants where they receive lots of indirect sunlight. If you have a sunroof that provides sufficient light, that can be enough as well for the holiday cactus. They could handle up to 90 degrees. But don't position them too close to the heating vents. And the night temperatures should be between 55 and 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Regardless of the variety, they all need similar care. Grow your Christmas cactus in a well-drained soil mix. I use Miracle-Gro indoor potting mix. Like many other plants in the cactus family, these blooming beauties do not like to have wet feet, which is why you want to make sure you are using a soil that is well-draining. Any type of indoor potting mix is well-draining soil. These plants don't like to be quite as dry as some of other cactus. Water when the top third of the soil feels dry, but reduce watering in the fall to initiate flowering. And root rot can occur if the plant is overwatered. Water more frequently if the cactus is in brighter light. Keep the soil evenly moist from spring through summer, but allow it to go dry before watering from fall through spring. Using any general liquid or granule fertilized with a balanced NPK ratio, apply during the growing season, generally spring and summer. Fertilize your cactus every 2 weeks during the active growth period. You don't need to fertilize the plant during the blooming period. After blooming, they will enter a 4 to 6 week resting period and should not be fertilized at this time. When plants begin to put out new growth, fertilizing should resume. Holiday cactus are relatively easy to grow and care for. and very easy to propagate as well, which is best done during the spring. All you have to do is use a small pot or whatever the size of pot you desire. Fill the pot with indoor potting mix. Any type of indoor potting mix is well draining soil. Make a hole in the soil. All you need is 2 to 3 segments. You don't need to use either scissors or clippers. Just twist off a piece of cactus with 2 to 3 segments. Just twist off these segments and place the clipping in the hole. And this is it. That's how you propagate. Keep the pot in a warm, bright place, keeping the soil moist. In a few weeks, they should root and start to put out new growth. Few weeks ago, I planted this one with 3 segments and look how big it grew. They grow really fast. And this one, I propagated it in spring and look how big it grew. I planted this one also with only 3 segments and look how many flowering buds are on this cactus. As I mentioned before, these cactuses are very easy to care and manage. With proper lighting, watering, and little bit of fertilizing, you will have a beautiful, healthy cactus that will brighten up your house during holidays. Holiday cactus doesn't typically require pruning unless you want to keep your plants smaller. To prune, just twist off or clip off where 2 stem segments connect, and you could breed that clipping to a new plant. The best time to prune holiday cactus is right after the plant finishes blooming, usually January or February. But if a stem falls off or you accidentally broke off a stem, any time of the year, you could breed that stem into a new plant. Let's talk about repotting. Holiday cactus prefers to be a bit root bound, so no rush to repot them. So repotting is not necessary unless your plant is in distress a bit. The roots are visible through the drainage holes or root rot. If there is a sign of root rot, immediately repot the plant. That's about repotting. So repotting is not necessary. The secret to getting this cactus to bloom is to give it what it wants. And what it wants is filtered lights and short days in the fall. They are long day, short day plant. Don't keep them in a room with their lights are on in the evening. They don't like that. The main secret is short days in the fall. Keep them outside until October. That works very well for blooming because cool temperature will also induce them to bloom. As I mentioned earlier, each of these holiday cactus are named for the time of year when they bloom. But Christmas and Thanksgiving cactus can bloom more than once a year if given the right conditions. A well looked after plant can bloom a couple of times per year if provided with long, dark and cool nighttime conditions. But Easter cactus only bloom around Easter. That's the case with my Easter cactus. And during Easter time, they will back to full bloom with plenty of flowers. If your Easter cactus blooms more than once a year, please let me know the secret in comments below. Thanks to its colorful flowers, cactus has become a cheery addition to many homes during the holiday season. They produce red, pink, white or purple flowers that bloom at the end of these branches. Each flower typically about 3 inches long and lasts for several days, though the entire flowering period typically spans about 2 weeks. Cactus are often associated with desert-like conditions. The holiday cactus prefers more humid environments than other cactus. With the correct conditions and care, you can keep this merry houseplant alive and blooming for years and holidays to come. If you have any questions, please let me know by commenting below and I will answer those in my best knowledge. I thank you all for watching. I hope this video inspired you to grow holiday cactus if you haven't, or this will help you to better care for the one you already have. Please visit justgiji.com for more information about how to grow and care for holiday cactus, facts about holiday cactus, common problems and how to treat them, and more. And also visit Just Giji YouTube channel for more videos. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.